Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica, but around here I'm known as Data Geek. And in today's video, we're finally connecting our trading bot to the real world. We're talking APIs. So if you've ever wished your code could talk to the websites and pull in live stock data like magic, well, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in today's video. First, let's go over today's agenda. So we're going to go over what is an API, and we'll explain that simply. How to connect to financial API like Alpha, Vantage, or FinHub. Then we'll learn how to fetch live historical price data using Python. And then I'll show you how to use that data to prepare for real-time trading bot. But first, what is API? API stands for Applications Programming Interface, and it's like a menu. So it basically lets you ask a service, like stock market provider service, for specific data, and it gives it back to you in a usable format such as JSON file or a CSV file. So with that being said, grab your cup of coffee, let's jump into Jupyter Notebook and see how this all works. But before we start, just a little disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing or trading in real money. So let's get started. Okay, so here I am in my Jupyter Notebook. If you're not sure how to download Jupyter Notebook, I will put a link in the description below on how to download Anaconda Navigator to use Jupyter Notebook. And this is episode 4, how to use APIs in Python for your trading bot. If you want to watch the whole series, I will link that also in the description below. This episode will show beginners how to connect to an API, fetch live or historical data, and use it in a trading project. So today we will learn how to pull live stock prices with Yahoo Finance or another free API. I will put a list of free APIs in the description below. That way you can kind of brainstorm and use other APIs as you go. So first off, we're going to go ahead and start with importing our libraries. So I will go ahead and add a line here. And also, if you want to grab this code, I will also put that link in the description below so you can download the code and follow along. So step 1, we import requests. So request is used to connect to the web and pull data from the API. Next, we import pandas as PD. And pandas helps us clean and format the data. Next, we will import matplotlib .pyplot as PLT. So matplotlib lets us create a line graph from the stock prices. So I will go ahead and run this code. All right, so going on to step number 2, this is where we're going to have to get your API key. Now, in order to get stock price data from a service like Alpha Vantage, you need something called an API key. Think of it like a digital ID card. It tells the website who you are and lets you have access to their data. But the good news is it's 100% free and it takes less than a minute to get one. So just go to alphavantage.co, which I will go ahead and enter it here. And once you click here, you get go to get free API key. And this is the website you will be able to get your API key. So you just click here, drop down, select which one pertains to you, your organization, your email, and get free API key. Now mine popped up here on the bottom. It might be sent to your email, but either case, you'll get your API key and make sure to save it in a safe place. Once you do that, we will go ahead and go to step 2, where we're going to be able to code and use this API key. We start off with API underscore key equals. Now in single quotations, this is where you're going to put your API key. So replace it with yours. I'm going to go ahead and put my number in here, but you do not share your API key with anybody, not on GitHub, on YouTube, or anywhere. It's your own API key. So you cannot share it with anybody. So I'm going to go ahead and enter mine and just blur it out. Now once you enter that, then you put symbol equals, and we're going to do AAPL. This is the Apple stock. Then your URL. So URL equals, and I have the URL here. And this is the URL. I will put this URL in the description below also. So your API key, and your symbol is this here. So we'll go ahead and run this code. Okay, so then now I will go ahead and add another line under step 3, and this is going to be the request for the data. So we're going to do response equals requests dot get, open parentheses, URL, close parentheses. So you can see it's calling this URL here that we just did. And then we're going to do data equals response dot JSON, open and close parentheses, and we will run this code. In step 4, we're going to parse the JSON to data frame. So I will go ahead and add a cell under step 4 and start writing this code. So it's going to be daily underscore data equals data, open bracket, single quotation, time series, open parentheses, daily, single quotation, close bracket. Next line of code is going to be df equals pd.dataframe, open parentheses, daily underscore data, close parentheses, dot t. This transpose rows to columns. Next is df.index equals pd dot to underscore date time, open parentheses, df.index, close parentheses. Now we will do an as type, df equals df dot as type, and we're going to put that to a float. And df equals df dot sort underscore index, open and close parentheses, and we will run this code. So in step 5, we're going to plot the closing prices. So here we start off with plt dot figure, open parentheses, fig size equals, open parentheses, we're going to do a 10, comma 5, and close those parentheses. Plt dot plot, open parentheses, df, open bracket, single quotation, 4 dot, close, single quotation, close bracket, comma, and then label equals f, single quotation, curly bracket, symbol, close that curly bracket, and then closing price, single quotation, and close that parentheses. Next line of code is going to be plt.title. So F, single quotation, curly bracket, symbol. And we want stock price, open parentheses, API data, close parentheses, single quotation, and close those parentheses. Now plt.x label, open parentheses, single quotation, date, single quotation, close parentheses. Plt dot, what is next? Y label. Open parentheses, single quotation, price, open parentheses, we want USD, close parentheses, single quotation, and close parentheses. Next, we're going to do a plt.legend, open and close, and then plt grid, open and close, and plt.show, open and close parentheses. All right, so what you're seeing here is a simple line graph showing the closing prices of Apple's stock, which is the AAPL over time. So as you can see on your x-axis down here, we have the dates from most recent to the oldest historical prices. And then on your y-axis here, we have the actual stock price in US dollars. So this graph is super useful because it helps us spot trends like when the price was going up, dipping, or trading sideways. It's also the first step to understanding price behavior before we even build signals or strategies around it. So visualizing your data like this makes it so much easier to figure out what's going on. And it's a whole lot more fun than staring at raw data in spreadsheets. And that is how you use Real API in Python to power your trading bot with real-world stock data. So if you found this helpful and maybe you learned something today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and you can also ring the bell for notifications. I will be creating another episode, which is episode 5 coming soon, and we'll take this one step further. You can grab the full code on GitHub. I will put that link in the description below. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, because caffeine powers all coding, right? The link for that is also in the description below. Now, go build something amazing. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next video.